こんな立派なローストポークがなんちゃってローストポークだ
Gotcha roast pork. Alright. I know this recipe has been done many times already, but I wanted to try myself and see what it actually tastes like. So step 1. Take out 6 white potatoes, and one by one we're gonna peel them off, and later on, chop them in quarters. Now that all your potatoes are peeled off, just wash them a little bit, to take out the bacterias, have a little glistening on them. Once that is done, proceed to cut them in quarters. And there you go, chopped potatoes, ready to be steamed. Now for the onions, either use 1 large onion or 2 medium-sized onion and peel them off. Hope you're ready for some tears, because it's time to chop the onion. So you may have your own technique to cut your onions. I have my own. I like to slice them this way. So what we're gonna do is dice them up. 5-6 millimeters should do the trick. And there you go. Easy, just like that. Diced up onions. These, also known as Eringi mushrooms or trumpet mushrooms, they are full of fibers and will soak up most of the oil. Let's just chop them into little pieces. I want to cut them into little pieces because it will be easier later on, where we're gonna have to chop them in smaller dices, the same size as the onions. So get your knife through every inches and everything should be okay. Now that everything is prepped up and ready to go, we're gonna start by pouring some water and steaming the potatoes we cut earlier. Now the fun and hard part, which is mashing the potatoes. Pretty much squish them as hard as you can until it's pretty much what you need, mashed potatoes. Remember the mushrooms and onions? We're putting it in the pan, fry them until they're caramelized or golden. Just start by adding some butter first, and voila. When the mix is ready, throw it in the mashed potatoes, and mix it, combine it until it's even in the bowl. Add a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt here will do, and keep mixing until it's even enough. Now it's time to form the fake roast. Let the mix cool until touchable, like about 5 minutes. Take all the mix and form it into a log shape, or like a football. Look at these beautiful bacon strips. Simply lay it out and put your loaf of potato in the middle. You might want to get yourself like 2 packs of thick bacon. Wrap the roast fully. Try not to leave any gaps, otherwise the potatoes will seep out when the bacon tightens. There is no surefire way of doing this, so pretty much just coat it the best of your abilities. Well, you can watch me and my friends pretty much struggle to coat it ourselves. Cool. Now that our roast is tied up, just don't forget to cut the ends of the rope. And the roast is almost ready to go in the oven. Now get yourself some rosemary out and intertwine them between the ropes or between the bacon. Alright, this roast is ready to be cooked in the oven. Just preheat it at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. In the meantime, we're gonna make our sauce. You wanna add 1 cup of wine. Doesn't really matter which one you use, but use a Pinot Noir, which is usually preferable for cooking. Adding just a little bit more, cause my cup wasn't filled. Got your cup? Pour it in the pan. Bring the wine to a boil for about 10 minutes on medium-high heat in the frying pan. The aim is to reduce it. Now melt in 1 tablespoon of butter into the boiling wine. Pour in 1/4 cup of sake and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And continue to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes. Now remember our roast? It's finally time to put it in the oven. Cook it for 30 to 45 minutes while keeping an eye on your sauce. The sauce will definitely be done first, so just let it rest till then. Our roast is ready to get out of the oven, but if you want it to be crispier, just leave it longer in the oven. Just don't forget to turn it halfway so that it cooks evenly. Damn, this looks gorgeous. Just look at the bacon glistening. I definitely want to eat this. Now, you can remove the rosemary and the ropes, because we're definitely not eating those. Now it's pretty much ready. Just pour in the sauce. If you realize, the sauce is a little bit darker and thicker than what I showed you earlier. Well, I left it to boil a little bit more to have it more concentrated, and goddamn, that's one of the best sauce I've ever had. And just like any fancy food, gotta add the garnish. So we use parsley, just add it on top. And there you have it, the gotcha roast pork. This dish was actually so good. I recommend anybody to try it out. It isn't a replacement for a steak like the anime suggested, but damn was it juicy. It was fun to make and good to eat, so try it out. The recipe will be in the description below.